Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Let's Play Frostpunk Demo. Frostpunk is a strategy survival game by the same people who did This War of Mine, which instantly makes me really interested considering how much I love This War of Mine. And is basically, you might have guessed, a steampunk-esque game set in a world of ice and snow. So, I'm going to quickly turn off tutorials. This is a demo. We'll get to play the first 10 days. It's a bit like the demo that there was for This War of Mine. There are certain things that won't be in here or whatever, or aren't finished because it's a demo, like pre-play finishing thing. Only 10 days, so that you don't get too many things that are going to lead on to things that are outside the 10 days and be pointless. So bear in mind, this is just an idea of gameplay. Let's get going. I played a little bit before, just off camera, and I'm really keen, so we're looking forward to this. Right. In the summer of 1886, the snowstorms began. Crops failed, people starved. Millions fled south. They met only chaos, famine, and death. In the farthest reaches of resource-rich north, the British Empire began construction of heat-bearing generators, where a chosen few could survive safe from the chaos of crumbling civilization. In the farthest reaches of the resource-rich north, they ran out of time. An apocalyptic ice storm came from the south, devouring all in its path. People fled in panic. Some managed to cross the seas and reach the site of a generator, only to find it frozen solid. The generator was designed to power a city, capable to weather the end of the world. Capable of weathering the end of the world. It's a demo. It falls to us to build it. So, for some reason, the world's getting really cold, then suddenly an ice storm comes from the south. Because that's where the ice storms normally come from, I guess. And we instantly are like, oh no, run north to the generator. Oh, it's still frozen and not finished. Oh, this is going to be fun. So we have to try and make sure this generator, I don't know if we actually use that voice, but maybe we do. We have to try and get this generator online and not to freeze to death. So let's continue. Hello. Of course, the year being, the 19th century. That's not really a year, the century being the 19th century. Fight the cold. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. Okay. There's no actual hotkeys for these game speed up here, which is throwing me quite a bit. Right. So this is our generator. We can turn it on if we have coal. We can turn it on to other levels if we research the other levels. We can do that through the workshop. We need coal to turn it on. Right now, people are going to freeze. I mean, it's minus 20, and it will be 4 and a bit days' time. It's going to drop by another 20 degrees. It's going to be minus 40 in the not too distant future. Welcome to Frostpunk. It's a lovely place. It's very cold. Looks really nice. I mean, actually, it does look really nice. Like, look at that. Although that there, I think, is a messy area. Yeah. But look at this. Look at this. It really does look nice. And when your people walk through the snow, they make, trenches as they're walking. Which is really cool. Maybe it's just me, but I find that really cool. Anyway, so we've got some stuff around here. Steel wreckage, wood crates. There is coal up here. And then we've got stuff like a coal deposit that you can mine. Coal deposit. Frozen trees that you can use a sawmill to turn into wood. And then I think this is an iron ore deposit, which you can get steel from. The actual mines themselves are going to take a technology we don't have. But for now, we can still, just go to these deposits of coal and wood and steel and use them. This is, of course, where we're going to be basing everyone around. You see that people down here, we've got 80 people, 50 workers, 15 engineers. They're not necessarily engineers, but they're specialists, skilled workers. Only some things can only be done by skilled workers, like medical tenting and stuff like that. Medical tenting. Doctoring? Or nursing people, I guess would be the applicable word, not medical tenting. I'm great at words. And then you've got children, who don't do anything by default, but you can institute stuff like laws and moral quandaries. If you've played This War of Mine, you know the sort of thing that it's going to be. In this case, it'll be stuff like child labour, hard child labour, that sort of stuff. So, first things first, let's grab these wooden crates and let's put workers on it. We can have up to 15 workers working on that. We will grab this coal. Put 15 workers on that. We should probably get a little bit of steel. And we'll want all the wood as well we can get, because wood is really, really useful in the early game. Okay, and with that, they're going to start tromping through... Tromping? Tramping? Trouncing? They're going to start walking through the snow, which will be slow, so let's build them a street. It might be best if we actually build some tents first, then we know. So tents are where you keep people, you know, when they're not awake. They sleep here. It's got a base heating level of 1, whereas if you use this, which is a bunkhouse, it costs twice as much in the way of wood and 10 steel. But sleeping for 10 people, same as tents. Cramped but protected from the weather. Base heating level of 2. So it maintains more heat. I'm not going to be building that because I can't afford to. So build a couple of tents. And then we'll build a street. To allow people to actually do their work much more easily. Right now I've got 80 people are homeless. We've got this, which is our stockpile, but we don't have any houses, so we've got to try and get some houses. Now, clicking the generator, you see that this entire area is cold. When the generator gets up and running, it will be warmer around here. Start playing. But, of course, warmth radiates from this, so towards the edge it'll be cold, here it'll be warm. So we've got to make sure we put all of our stuff around the generator to begin with. Lovely. Look at them. Look at them going through the snow. They're making tracks and they're trudging and they're looking like they're trudging. And oh my god, it's amazing. Sorry, I really like this sort of procedural snow deformation when people walk through it. And look, now they're starting to wade. They're wading because it gets deep. I see this stuff. I like that. That's such a nice touch. That your little people start to wade through the snow when it gets deep enough rather than having the same animation. Let's start speeding up time. Right, we've got a little bit more wood now. Get some more tents. And we'll also want to put in a street and try and get up to here to the coal. It's much quicker to get the resources back and forth with that street in place. So we've got 5 specialists who are idle and 15 children. Will they be building the roads, or do the roads just get built, or... Oh, there we go. I think the 5 specialists are working on the buildings because they're not assigned. So I'm actually going to say that we should have no engineers working here. I'm going to assign a few more workers to the wood pile. That way the engineers can work on building stuff. Yeah, notice much more... many more workers are assigned to jobs now. There we go. 10 and 5, 10 and 10, oh god. Okay, so now we're into, like, the end of the day. People only work a 10-hour day by default. You can change that with, like, laws and decisions and stuff. But people only work, like, a 10-hour day. They have 10 hours of work, 6 hours of rest, 6 hours of sleep, 2 hours of rest, and then back to the work again. Oh, hello. We have a decision. Generator is off. Sir, the generator is off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if they don't turn it on, at least for the night. Okay. So let's turn the generator on at level 1. We do have some coal. About a day's worth of coal, it says. And notice that, oh, it's starting to warm places up. It is livable. Not great, but livable. Still people who are homeless. We'll try and build some more tents to... I mean, I guess we could actually build some better things than tents. We've got the sort of the resources. Yeah, let's build some bunkhouses. That should be... No, it's not going to be enough. It's going to be just shy. That should be enough. And we're out of wood. Okay. Now, this is warning us that we only have 23 hours of coal left before we run out. However, everyone is now housed, and everyone can be super happy. Look at those buildings. They look nice and pretty. Everyone's trying to get over there, claiming their beds first. No, it's my room. No, you have to sleep out in a tent. I don't know why they all talk like that. Also, worth bearing in mind is that these stockpiles only have a limited amount of coal in them. Same for the wood down here. So, at some point, we'll have to research a way to use these deposits. Not that 10 days is really going to be enough for us to have to do that. But, yeah. Okay. Let's speed up time through the night, because people aren't going to work through the night anyway. Although, we might have a look at the Book of Laws. Okay, so the Book of Laws. This allows us to institute, like, more orders and things and abilities. So, for instance, we can look at emergency shift. Sometimes we have to concentrate on the task at hand at the cost of everything else or die. After producing this law, another one can be passed after 12 hours. New ability, you can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. Working in emergency shifts leads to discontent. Signing will cause discontent. So discontent is something you have to manage in this game. We won't be using that. But if you look down here, discontent and hope. Hope is something you want to keep high, discontent is something you want to keep low. Obviously, you might have guessed that one. What we will do... Oh, we could get children working for us. That might be tempting. Children would be very tempting to get working for us. We'd get so many resources. Fighting arena is a good one because people like to punch and watch people getting punched and stuff like that. Boxing. I assume there's like less rules than boxing. It's just called the fighting arena, not like, oh, the very sporting game of boxing or mixed martial arts or whatever. It's probably going to be people like biting each other and stuff. Anything goes. Right. Child labor, safe jobs, or child shelters. Children will be safer if they stay in child shelters during the day, and they won't cause any mischief. We get the child shelter. Signing will increase hope. Signing will oblige you to build a child shelter. So that's a way to get extra hope. But we could do child labor, safe jobs. There's not enough hands to do all the work. We shall allow children to be employed in safe places like cookhouses or hothouses. And I think then you get a choice. You can go to child labor all jobs or medic helpers, engineer helpers. For like the children can go and help people who are doing other jobs and it improves their skill or something. Child labor. Super tempting. Super tempting. I sound evil. Welcome to how games like This War of Mine and now Frostpunk ruin your morality in less than 24 hours. I'm gonna say... we get ourselves the emergency shift. We don't necessarily have to use it immediately, but there we go, there's the discontent. And we have a sick person. 24 hours on the job? Insane! That's our lot. Work, work, nothing but work till I die. I know the tune all too well. Oh, we've got 2 sick people. Then they're probably getting sick because it's cold. That tends to happen when it gets this cold. So, we could build a medical post, a basic medical station with 5 beds, treats the most common cases. That will, of course, cost wood. We don't have any wood. Not yet. What time is it? 5 AM. People are going to be going to work relatively soon. We'll do fine, all things considered. Right, here we go. Off we go. And notice how they're using all of these nice roads we put in. And how they're taking little lanterns and they're huddling around the lanterns. Oh, it's so cool. Of course, we're using the classic blue and orange color palette that every action game, action movie, spy movie, most films, games use, because orange and blue are opposite colors and they work really, really well. Anyway, but it also really, really fits for a game like this. 19 hours left. Don't worry, we're going to get more coal now. Right, bring me all the wood. We need to heal our sick people. Okay, build a medical post. Now, we could build like a storehouse over here to start like them collecting stuff directly to the storehouse rather than make this whole trip. But it seems like a bit of a waste. How much is a storehouse? Gathering post. People working here will gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood crates, and steel wreckage. 15 wood and 5 steel. Or I could just tell them to do it directly. Yeah. Oh, look at the little people. Minus 20 degrees C. It's not going to be long until it becomes minus 40 degrees C. Ow. Although, 2 days later, it goes up 10 degrees. That's something, right? So, up we have our coal, our wood, our steel, our raw food, and our food rations. People don't really like eating raw food, and it's not particularly good for them, so we should probably start putting down a cookhouse, which will turn raw food into good food, and we should also probably put down a hunter's hut. The hunter's hut allows you to put 10 people there who then go out and they forage for food, and then they bring it back after, I think it's like 12 hours or some. It's a certain amount of time. After a certain amount of time, they come back with a certain amount of food. Let's build that. How do I demolish something? I don't think I can. Now food. There is no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse. Well, I'm doing that already, so that's pretty good. Okay, we should also pause because we now have a cookhouse and a medical post, and both of those need people, so that can only have engineers in the medical post. Don't ask me why we've got engineers working on people, but we do. The cookhouse can have basic workers or engineers. I'm going to put engineers in just because we have some spare at the moment. And I still want to find a way to delete the tents, because if we can delete the tent... Comfortable, okay. We can put better, like, houses in. How do I delete a tent? Oh, you're sick. No. Turn you off. And then... Construction... Demolish. There we go. With basic resources secured, we can now try to rescue those we left behind. Build a beacon, scout the Frostlands, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop design plans for more advanced buildings. So, the workshop allows you to do, like, technology, and then the beacon allows you to do these, like, really cool missions outside of your area. Steel wreckage depleted. Okay, hopefully they'll continue to build after the workday ends, because I do want them to build this house, otherwise people are going to be stuck outside. We also want them to build a workshop as well. Right, the workshop is going to be here. Right. The steel deposit here has run out of steel. So we're going to need to now put workers to work elsewhere. Luckily, this hunter's hut is ready. So put 10 workers in there. It'll take us... one day will get us 15 food. Right. And the cookhouse will turn that into proper food. Oh, there's no workers available. Okay. Right, 20 homeless. Oh. Turn you back on. Whoopsie. 1 is in treatment. 3 is sick. There we go. No one's homeless. Ooh. We have a law question. Hard rigor. Sir, the situation gets tougher from day to day, and we're already short on resources. Maybe we need a law that allows us to extend the working hours. Hard work rigor. Building a city in this frozen hell requires sacrifice. In hard work rigor, people will work longer hours. After using this law, another one can be... You can extend the workday in any facility to 14 hours. How much discontent do I already have? Only a little bit. We could do that. Or we could put the children to work. That's 15 extra workers. I don't want to put the children to work if I can avoid it. Like, I want to play this playthrough as a bit of a... intermediate playthrough. We could do maybe like an evil playthrough later. Don't know if we really need hard rigor yet. Maybe we should look at this one, right? Okay, so we've got a choice down here. Radical treatment or sustain life. Sustain life. We can't cure the gravely ill, but at least we can keep them alive. We will not risk crippling people with radical treatment. Gravely ill are kept alive in the medical post, but not treated. Signing will increase hope. Gravely ill are not treated and remain a burden. Gravely ill will crowd medical posts. Radical treatment. We'll try everything to cure the gravely ill, down to invasive surgery, including amputations. Gravely ill are treated in medical posts. Signing will slightly increase hope. Treating gravely ill in medical posts can cripple them for life. I don't think we can afford the burden of sustained life. I think we have to radically treat them. Let's do this. So people who get gravely ill will now undergo treatment. We've got 4 people here in treatment right now. But if they get gravely ill, then they'll also still go through treatment rather than just being stuck. Well, at least we will be saving lives. Well, some of them. Just hope they don't draw the short straw when I fall ill. Right, do we have any workers? Engineers, yes we do. Right, sweet. Now, to research the beacon, we're going to need 10 wood, which we don't have. It's 2 AM. Yeah, I won't do like a 24-hour work period, this one. I think we'll just go over normal.
Good day, everyone. Rise and shine.
24 hours left on the coal. We should be fine. Right, beacon.
Work time.
Still can't do that.
Back to work.
Getting close, but not quite. There we go. Wood crates depleted. Right, start on the beacon. And these wood crates are all gone. Right, we're going to need to go over here and have a look at these wood crates. Also, put down a road, which we can't afford. Now we're out of wood. There we go. Now over here, look at this. They're having to like dig their way through. Look at that. Oh, this is what I mean when this whole like procedural snow thing looks so cool. And there we go. Oh, hello. Child labour.
Sir, there's so much to do and not enough hands to do it. Maybe we should consider putting the children to work.
Ooh, should we put the children to work? Yeah, let's maybe put the children to work, I think. Child labour, safe jobs, sign.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Children, come out here. You'll probably get frostbite and die. Kids should learn, not work. They'll learn from their work. That's sad. Work all day, now the kids have to work too. Sending the kids all the way out here. They'll get frostbite or something. It's not going to be great. 1 sick absence. Not enough raw food to do production of food over there. A few people hungry. We have food. Might have to get more people in the hunters. Not adjacent to a street. Okay, because that's not adjacent to a street, people are going to have to go more slowly to work. So we can spend some wood to put a outer road around there. However, I'm really, really keen to get this beacon up and running. Coal pile depleted. Instantly get people on this coal pile. Last thing we can afford is to lose the generator. If we lose the generator, we're kind of screwed. About 2 days of coal. Wood crates depleted. Oh, that was quick. Oh, they're still going. Oh, was it wood crates over here were depleted? Because there were 2. Yeah. Okay. That might be it for the wood. Right. Beacon researched. Let's build a beacon then. Tech. Beacon. and allows us to send scouts who survey the wilderness, searching for goods and survivors and bringing them to the city. Yes, please. Oh, we don't have enough steel. Alright, send people to get steel.
Gather your tools.
I'm going to force an emergency shift. People will go back to work for the next 24 hours. This will cause discontent. Worth it. I want them getting this beacon set up. It's causing some discontent, that. Oh, hello. Asking about a law. Facing starvation. Captain, a few people are concerned about hunger. We wait your order impatiently. Oh, so this isn't a law. This is a balanced decision thing. They should be fed. I'll have to feed everyone in 5 days. Or, food is of the greatest importance. I'll have to feed everyone in 3 days and stockpile a decent amount of food. The first one gives you like a slight bonus if you do it. The second one gives you a bigger bonus. Those will give you penalties if you fail with discontent and hunger. I'm going to go for they shall be fed. Because we have just set up this second hunter's hut. Yeah, we're completely out of food. Ugh. Right. Get you working on that. And then we'll put people in there. So all of our wood is actually being provided by kids. Yay! I'm the good guys. And that is the beacon. Oh, the beacon's bigger. The beacon's a 3 large. I guess I'll put it here.
Lights out. Time for bed.
It's not time for bed. 24-hour work cycle. Beacon operational. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the ice barrens that surround us and learn their secrets. Dun dun dun! So, we should be able to watch this beacon launch. There we go. Da-da! Dum 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 dum. That's pretty cool. I do like the aesthetics in this game. It really has got it down. Right, go directly to the beacon to deploy a new unit. Create a scout unit. We need 5 workers and 40 wood. So this scout unit will go and check over new locations, find interesting things. For this, we're going to need some workers, though. So I'm going to take some workers off here. And we can build a scout unit. Our city, our home, the only shelter from deadly cold. All our hopes live and die with it. We could go to here. Crash site, several wrecked vehicles, no signs of life. Those are probably our machines. Let's hope so. We had to leave plenty of supplies in them after the crash. Leave plenty of supplies. That sounds like a great idea to go there. Or lost expedition. Numerous tents. There are people moving about. They must be the lost members of our expedition. People. Yeah, I could do with extra people. Let's go there. So we click this. We'll send our scout team here. And you can see they've got 10 hours, 41 minutes to get there. Yeah, it's about to get colder. A lot colder. Right, what should we research? We can research Steam Hub. Allows us to build steam hubs which are powered by the generator and create small heat zones around them. Each active steam hub will consume about half as much coal as the generator. Faster gathering. Coal thumpers allows you to create a coal thumper that uses powerful plumes of wash bits of coal to the surface and create deposits. So that will flush coal to the surface. It's like a cheap coal mine. Sawmill. Yeah, the sawmill workers turn frozen trees into usable material, producing up to 80 wood per day. I think we need a sawmill because we kind of have gone through nearly all of our wood. So we should probably do the sawmill.
Good day, everyone. Rise and shine.
Okay, they're going to return a few hours of food. You aren't for some reason. Assume you won't do the extra shift.
Wrap up well.
Ah,
The frost
that's quite a cold snap. Okay. It's getting colder every day. I hope we won't freeze on duty. Okay, you'll be back very shortly.
Get back to work.
1 more hour. Raw food, about 1 hour. That's not good. There we go, now they're off. Right, you're researching that. Maximum number of expeditions speaking can host is 1. At least 5 persons must be available. Not okay, so we have to build like another beacon if we want another expedition. That costs people. I've got a cold from all this gold. 1 hour 45 minutes until you get to the people over there. This coal deposit's got quite a lot of coal left in it. Children doing a good job here. It's pretty cold over here though. Sick people, 3 in treatment. Yeah, they're very hungry. 29 hungry. Not starving yet, but they're hungry. Oh! And we're finally making our rations through. Right, give it another 15 hours. No, 20 hours. Mild frostbite. Citizens become gravely ill. So one of our people became gravely ill due to frostbite. Yeah, they were working up on the coal mine. Well, it's not a mine, the coal pile, and it's so far outside, it is minus 40 over there. If we click the generator, yeah. It's pretty cold. Like, that's chilly. That's livable. It's not great. What I might do in that case is... Ooh! Our scouts have reached the lost expedition.
Thank God you found us. Without a leader, we spent days unable to decide which way to go. And this waiting has got us starving.
They showed us a trail leading north to some kind of shelter. On a hill to the west, a dark cave entrance is just visible. Storm shelter and inhabited cave discovered. We could escort the survivors to the city, and then they'll come back with them, or we could just send the survivors to the city and less will survive. We'll be good, we'll escort them back. I want all the people I can get to replace the ones who are going to die from the frostbite. While you're doing that, though, we could probably get a couple of demolishes and a couple of building upgrades in. Upgrade where they live. Oh, hello. Child injured in work accident. Sir, a child's got injured at work. It was careless, yes, but that's how children are. Give the kid the day off, scold the kid for being careless. I mean, the child's injured. I'll give the kid the day off. It's like going to make it go work if it's really, really injured. Steel wreckage depleted. Oh, dear. Okay. I guess there is more steel over here we can do. No, don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Oh. Double rations for the ill. I don't have the food for that, but that sounds interesting. Care house. The unproductive cripples and gravely will be kept alive at a sensible cost in a special home. They eat half as much. Okay. No, I don't do that. I wanted to build bunkhouses. Hungry, we're fed. Yes! Most of the hungry people had a meal and were somewhat satisfied. And there we go. Hope goes up slightly, discontent goes down. We are good, leader. Okay, that building needs to be demolished quickly. Freezing at work. People are concerned about the freezing temperatures at workplaces. We should do something about it. Good idea. I'm not on half measures. We'll only have 1 day to heat some workplaces, or we'll have to heat them in 2 days. I'm going to say 2 days. Because technically, this temperature increase is going to be happening in 2 days' time. So we might just get under the wire of that one. And then bunkhouse. Can I also put in another beacon? I'm just short on steel. Okay, we'll get workers over here. And do a steelworks. Hunter's hut upgrade. They bring in more food. Boilers. Allows to use boilers to heat the workplaces during working hours. Each boiler raises the workplace temperature by 2. You can use 1 per... Ooh, that's not bad. I'll do both. I'll do the Hunter's hut to begin with, so we can get some food going. And we'll put in a road here. Wisdom of the crowds. Captain, a word of advice. People usually look to the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree on everything they ask. If you fix a problem your way, it's fine. But if you fail, you have to deal with the consequences. Dun dun dun! I'll bear that in mind. Right, well, it's minus 40. We've had a little bit of frostbite. No one's died yet. Oh, wow, there's 8 gravely ill people. Yep. They're gonna die. Can't afford another medical post. I'm actually just 1 wood shy. Yeah, we're gonna have death relatively soon. There's gonna be death. But we're building more people. We're bringing more people back. In 4 hours' time, we will have some more people join us, which we don't have room for. And they're going to be outside the heat area of the generator. And maybe I haven't thought this through as well as I should have. Either way, I'm going to call it here for this episode. Let me know if you're liking Frostpunk. I really do want your feedback. I am really enjoying it myself, even though it's just a little demo. So really, please just give me feedback in the comments, subscribe, all that jazz. It allows me to know if you want me to cover a game more, if you want me to see more of the game on the channel, if you like the game, etc. That's kind of the feedback I want to get. So do let me know down below in the comment section what you think. But until next time, I've been EnterElysium, and this has been Frostpunk Demo. I'm really looking forward to this game. I really want to cover more of it, so give me an excuse to. Till next time, stay shiny. Don't freeze to death. Because then I'll have to find a place to put the bodies. That's just work.